Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Good morning. I am filming this on a very early Sunday morning. I can't sleep, so I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get moving for the day much earlier than I would. And I need to get this cash stuffing video recorded and edited so I can post for you guys. So we are doing my second stuffing of July. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out my cash planning that I had and keep this to the side. I was originally going to do 2 more cash stuffings, but I figured, no, let's go ahead and combine them because I'm gonna have to go ahead and take this money back to the bank next week. So it didn't make sense to wait. Let's go ahead and count the cash. I should have $731. Okay, $731. I left 100 stuck in here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put everything off to the side. I think I'll have this here, this here. I still try to figure out like my placement. Like I don't know how I like things to look. So first one that we are gonna do, actually I think it's the only one. We are only going to be cash stuffing my hybrid binder. And like I said in my previous video, I would like to start stuffing more into my sinking funds, whether it's $2, $5. I need to do something more to replenish my sinking funds, because right now I'm just doing my day-to-day, weekly, monthly spending, not like something that I have to save up for. What I did this year was when I received my tax refund, I did disperse that into my sinking fund. So that kind of was the way that I planned for my future expenses, like my I knew I had my car registration, then I have birthday, Christmas, and just like things like that. But I need to get into a better routine. I just haven't figured out what that is yet. So we will get there. I did end up moving buffer to the front of my high priority. I did have it in my low. So I did move that up, and I'm actually probably gonna move a couple other into my high priority. But we will get into that in a moment. So, first one, eating out. We did 115, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, and 15. So in eating out, let's see what we have. $20, $40, $60, $80, $100, $20, $40, $60, $75, $70, $75, $80. So $180 into eating out. That is typically a lot more than I would normally stuff. And that was due to me going to Arizona this month. So that is why that is there. Today is what day here? The 19th. I'm gonna update my trackers today on here just because I am only doing one binder. So we have 65 plus 115. That is our 180. These are my favorite cash envelope trackers that you can get from Barebones Collectives. I have a link in my description if you would like those. They come on a nice little notepad like this, and I believe you get 25 of them. I've already used this one quite a bit. I can't remember. It might not be 25, but you get a certain number of them on a notepad. Okay. Next is gas, and we are doing 180 in here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, and 80. My gas budget has gone up a bit too because gas prices have gone up. So I normally used to stuff like 70 and now I have to do about 90. And that's kind of where we're at with gas. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70. So 270 in gas. And I feel like sometimes I spend that and sometimes I don't. It just fluctuates with those gas prices. I just want to make sure that I have enough. Groceries, we are doing $420. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So there's our 420. So now in groceries, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So that's $720 into groceries. $420, that was $720. Again, this is higher because of vacation, but I also, again, this is my magic month where I get paid 5 times a month instead of 4. Household, we're not doing anything, and then kids, we're not. I need to do wellness. I accidentally put my wellness fund under kids, so it should be wellness, and we have $16, 10, 15, and 16. There's 16. And then while I'm over here in this binder, I want to grab my holiday binder, and I want to move my birthday trackers and bring them over into my high priority. Because yes, your birthday is like a celebration, but not a holiday. So we're gonna bring birthday over here, and then that should be good. So what I do is I have a birthday. I have a birthday for everyone, like my friends, extended like family members, like my mom, my brother, nieces, nephews. And then I have one for me, I have one for my oldest daughter, and then I have one for my youngest. So I decided to move those in there because I thought that that would be better. I am going to probably be redoing my binders. I was just trying to think like what I need and how I'm going to be moving into the next year. I know it's weird to be thinking about moving into 2027, but I feel like in order to be successful in the budgeting and whatnot, I have to plan ahead. So I'm always thinking ahead of like what I need to be doing next year, what I can be doing better that I didn't do this year. So yeah, that is all that I have for you guys today. That is my second cash stuffing of July, and this will be my last. I will do an unstuffing. I have to do physical and electronic because I do have to pull from some of my sinking funds. We did do some school shopping. Luckily for me, my school corporation supplies all of our school supplies. We really only have to bring in a backpack. I want to say we needed one notebook, headphones, and that's really it. And my youngest is starting preschool, so she won't need anything but a backpack. So we did do new backpacks, even though they really didn't need new backpacks. So that is like my thing is I have to be better at being like, look, we already have backpacks, we don't need new ones. But it's hard for me because I know how exciting it can be to start school, and it also be scary. And so I was like, we'll just get new backpacks. They're not crazy expensive, but it's still like an expense that I didn't have to have, but I knew that I have saved for school, so I was like, that's fine. But yeah, so that will be probably next week because I have to put back into the bank next week ish. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys on that one. Bye.